First up, we have Sashko Stubailo, and he's going to present Simple REST.
Great. Thanks, Alice. So recently, about a week ago, we had a hack week for all of the engineers working at Meteor. During my hack week, I decided to build something that I could release easily as a package for everyone, and something that I kind of identified as a little bit of an annoyance during a hackathon that I was at like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago in Abu Dhabi, which was really a lot of fun. But anyway, I decided that sometimes you don't necessarily want to include a DDP client in your iOS app, although that is like a really awesome thing to do. Sometimes you want to use a totally different platform. Maybe there's not a DDP client. Maybe it's not easy to do WebSockets. Maybe you just don't want to worry about that. But I thought it'd be really cool if you could call your Meteor app over an HTTP API. So that's what my package does. Basically, you just add the package, and then with zero configuration, you can now call all of your methods, all of your publications, and all of your collections, and log in over HTTP. So on this slide, you can see basically all the things you can do. It covers the entire surface area of your Meteor server. Anything that you can do over DDP from the Meteor client, you can now do over HTTP. Let's see. Yeah, so it's pretty simple. Like I said, you can configure a couple of things, but by default, you get all of this stuff. There's a lot of alternatives to using my package. For example, there's a thing called Asteroid, which lets you include a DDP client inside any JavaScript application. So it's just a JavaScript file that you include, and you can connect to your Meteor app and get Meteor collections and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, you can also have native DDP clients that let you call DDP from your native mobile app code or from anywhere else. And there's also other great REST and HTTP packages for Meteor. My favorite one right now is Restivus, which is a great package that instead of defining APIs for your methods, it just defines kind of a standard CRUD REST API for your collections. So that package is great. There's also HTTP methods and server-side iron router as alternatives. So Simple REST I built over the course of Meteor Hack Week. I'm currently actively looking for feedback on what I should do to make the package better on GitHub issues or HackPad that you can also see from the GitHub page. I want to collaborate with people for Restivus to make it so that the experience of creating a REST API for your Meteor app is basically the best it can be. My ultimate goal is to make Meteor the easiest way to create a REST backend for anything, which definitely isn't right now, but hopefully we can overtake like Rails and Express and stuff if we put in a lot of work. And also, we've been talking about maybe building REST support into Core. So if you give me feedback from my package, maybe your feedback will end up in Core Meteor in the near future. And lastly, for a little bit of self-promotion, I'm doing an AMA currently on Creator.io, which is a popular Meteor news site. So if you go there and you ask some questions on my post, I'll come back on Tuesday and answer them as best I can. Thank you.